And they all went home. Have a nice holiday. Those of you on holiday, hope you have a lovely time. Enjoy the... I didn't know what to do with my holidays last year. I thought I'd like to do something different, so I decided to go for a train trip through Queensland on Queensland Railways. I went from Brisbane to Cairns and back on Queensland Railways. That's something you should do if you've got 5 or 6 months to spare. Slow. I've never been on such a slow train in my life. The first day out from Brisbane, I walked along the side of the train till I caught up with the engine driver. I said, "Excuse me, can't you go any faster?" He said, "I can, but I've got to stop on the bloody train." The food, I've never tasted food like it, ladies and gentlemen, in that restaurant car. That's the only place I've ever been to where they can ruin cornflakes. And this lady gave birth to a little baby boy on the train. On the train, a little baby boy. And the ticket collector came along, he was flabbergasted. His flabbers were absolutely ghasted. He said, "Madam, you shouldn't get on the train in that condition." She said, "I wasn't in this condition when I got on the bloody train." It was a long trip. I love travelling, of course, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I travel a lot. With an act like mine, you have to travel. And I was in Europe last year, Paris. I love Paris, don't you? There's such nice people, those parasites. Don't you think? Aren't they lovely? No, the Champs Elastics and the Rue de la postcards. I love it. Are you ready for this? What a mad city, Paris. What a mad city. Only the river is sane. Don't be like that. And you learn little French phrases, don't you? Like pas de deux, that means father of twins. And la petite chose, that means your fly is open. Hurry up, I can't wait while you work them out. And then we went to Germany. I'll never forget our first night in that nightclub in Germany. Did they love me, those Germans? At the end of the show, the whole audience stood up and shouted, "Schweinhund! Schweinhund!" That's German Bronco. And then they picked me up and carried me out of the theatre. I said, "Don't worry, I can walk home." And he said, "Home, you're for the bloody river." That's nice. Now, but we can travel more now. We've got all these new deregulating airlines, except for little compass. Let's have a little half a compass. Go all up. Oh, we've got 2 new ones on the Gold Coast. Oh, yes, don't you worry. 2 lovely little airlines opened up, you know. They're very cheap as well. They do away with little unnecessary things, you know, like maintenance and radar. And other than that, we'd never know. Now, I went down to Sydney, one of them last week. It was the oldest aeroplane. I'd never been in an aeroplane as old as this one. It had an outside toilet. Embarrassing, walking up and down the wing, and Bumpy, no, Mrs. Woman Bumpy was like this. I was so frightened, only my dry cleaner knows how frightened I was. But I did have one bit of luck. In the next seat was a vicar. I thought, this is Providence. Providence, a vicar in the next seat. All of a sudden the plane went, I said, "Vicar, for God's sake, do something religious." So he did. He got up and took a collection. Fellow sitting on the other side of the aisle nursing a baby, and this baby cried and screamed for 2 hours, never stopped. Eventually I went over and I said, "Excuse me, sir, is that baby yours?" He said, "No, I'm a salesman for the pill and I'm taking back a complaint." People often say over all the years, one of the most popular songs in a musical show, the old-time songs, how difficult to pick a favourite. But this one must be one that our audiences over 18 years always seem to know. I hope you know it tonight and you'll join in. It's called The Lily of Laguna. Remember that one? Let's see you sing. It goes like this. She's my lady loving beginnings. Let's have some really lovely singing tonight. All together. She's my lady love. She is my love, my baby, that's nice. She's no girl to sit around to dream. She's the ordinary Laguna love. I know she likes me, I know she likes me, because she says so. She is my lily of the Laguna. She is my lily and my rose little dove. She likes me, I know she likes me, because she says so. She is my lily of Laguna. She is my lily and my rose. She is my lily all alone. She is my lily.